And this is going to work horribly for him. He's actually putting down an evolution chamber, which means he's going to try to get to Ultralisk faster, but now he has noticed the Vulture, and he canceled his extractor over at his second base, so he is changing up his game plan already to deal with this attack. He does have sunken colonies by that base, and he ran most of his drones, so I think he's going to be safe for the time being, although this is really going to hurt his mining time, that's for sure. Oh, I like the new Wemade Fox jackets. I was getting kind of tired of the white. But there's another Vulture hanging back behind that. Now that there's two Vultures out, this is going to be extremely tough for Hyvaa to get rid of. Especially since he wasn't even going straight into Mutalisk like you might expect for a Zerg player to do. He was going... he's building his Hydralisk in now. It looks like he canceled his evolution chamber. If he did put that down in the first place, he might have just kind of feigned putting that down to line up his Hydralisk in. I'm not really sure. Since they were working on his first-person perspective, pro gamers do a lot of weird things when they're trying to line up their buildings. So, like, put a Nexus there, but they don't really put a Nexus there. It's interesting. But the Hydralisk out now, trying to adapt to what could be a two-port Wraith build. I think that's what Hyvaa has in mind right now, but this is a dropship build from BaBy. He's going to drop right inside that main, just get rid of everything. This could work out so horribly for Hyvaa. I have a feeling he's going to lose this entire main. He might have to rebuild his spawning pool because those Vultures are just being so annoying, and BaBy's actually going to drop behind this base with all the sunken colonies, so I hope he knows what he's doing. He is dropping right there, not spotted by Hyvaa at all. Hyvaa just hasn't had great Overlord placement in this game. But now, where are those drones going to run? If they run inside of the main, they're going to be destroyed by Vultures. Now BaBy is dropping his entire force back here. He's going to kill off that Hydralisk den, too. So things are just not going Hyvaa's way in this game. Okay, it's time to switch the contacts or something there, Hyvaa. It was working out better when you didn't have glasses on, but here's the attempted counter-attack, but BaBy is prepared for this with a fire bat at the front. Shouldn't be too hard for him to defend against this. I think he's even building a bunker there just in case. But man, Hyvaa, all of his options are being locked down. Just the lack of scouting is really hurting him in this game. I'm surprised that he didn't send out an Overlord behind his base. I mean, it's so obvious that Terran players can exploit that to no end. But those Vultures really, really, really hurt him. And he's trying to morph some Lurkers right now. Actually, pretty smart play from Hyvaa, going in there with his Zerglings at the same time that he was morphing the Lurkers. But now, yes, BaBy is forced to go away, and the Hydralisk Den being rebuilt inside of the main. I'm not really sure how he got rid of the Vultures. The Vultures apparently died. I don't remember seeing that, but I'm sure it was because of some nice Zergling micro, which Hyvaa is trying to do right here, but BaBy has excellent Medic Marine control. No surprise to me that he's managed to sneak his way into yet another OSL. Went toe-to-toe with Flash in one of the last OSLs and did fantastically, even though he lost both games in the best of 3. Still put up a hell of a fight and made Flash sweat, which not many other players can say. But alright, BaBy finally going to work on his economy. Terran players can do a very strong tech build from one base, but it's going to drain out your first base very, very, very quickly if you can't get that second base down. So Hyvaa, his goal right now is going to be to try to keep that second base from coming up. But I don't think that's going to be very easy, especially since he didn't go for mutas. He went for Lurkers, and that's going to be so difficult for him to do anything with this kind of build. But I think another sunken colony was being built inside the main, not exactly sure, but here comes some Zerglings. Oh, Hyvaa, what are you doing? Firebats! Yes, Firebats. One of the best units in the game, just because they catch stuff on fire. Yes, I'm an arsonist, whatever. But a Spire just came up for Hyvaa. He's switching again. Some weird tech switching going on from Hyvaa in this game. It looks like he can't quite make up his mind. He's playing more reactionary than trying to take over the game with this type of build. I think he probably should have just stuck with Lurkers. It would have been very difficult to break this front, of course, with Science Vessels on the way. But still, the Science Vessels aren't there yet. Might have been able to get a few more Medic Marine kills before switching it into anything else. Of course, he is going to have those couple of Scourge to take out the first Science Vessel. That could really help him out if he can get his Lurkers to the front, which is going to be easier said than done. This is a very weird map, especially for a ZVT. But oh, Scourge! Scourge! Hyvaa finds it, takes down the dropship. Fantastically played. And there's the trademark BaBy Alfalfa. Alfalfa. Wow, Mutalisk out for Hyvaa, so he's going to try to take that air superiority. Kind of very late, I'd say, for Mutas. But if he takes out the Science Vessel, he should be okay. But of course, if he doesn't take out the Science Vessel, this build is going to be demolished by one Irradiate. So he's got to be very quick and be pretty lucky to take down that Science Vessel with a couple of Scourge. Since BaBy is escorting that Science Vessel out into the middle of the map, he does have Medic Marines around it. And chasing down this Hydralisk, these Hydralisks that are trying to go down to that new base that Hyvaa is trying to build. He's trying to go down there and morph some Lurkers, but that's not going to happen. Oh boy. So this base completely in jeopardy. Hyvaa doing the smart thing and canceling that, but this is going to put him even further behind than he already was. BaBy sending just a couple of Marines just to check if that base was canceled, and I believe it was. So here comes Hyvaa. He's going to try to find that Science Vessel. All of his Scourge go down. He still has one Scourge left, but one Irradiate's going to do this. BaBy, he's getting in there. There's the Irradiate on the clump of Mutas. Oh, that is devastating. Absolutely devastating to Hyvaa, because now all of his Mutas are in the yellow health, all half-healthed, and not doing too good. So switching into this, especially since he didn't even establish his third base, is going to hurt him a lot. A whole lot. So okay, BaBy is working his way back up the map, maybe looking for that third base again. He does have Science Vessels, and he does have his second base up, very comfortably mining, and he's now starting to build turrets all over his bases. So Hyvaa's... Oh, another Irradiate! Hyvaa trying to break up his Mutas. He does find the infected one, gets it out of there as quickly as he can, and being chased around at the same time in the middle of the map by BaBy. It just seems that BaBy is one step ahead of Hyvaa this entire game. But Hyvaa building up at the 2 o'clock now. I'd say it's going to be a safer position for him, even though BaBy does have dropships. It's just not going to be easy to defend anything not close to the base, that he can get some Mutas in there. But man, look at all these Science Vessels. It's going to be another Irradiate soon. There it is. 2 Irradiates. Hyvaa gets them both out pretty quickly, though. And alright, Hyvaa, the Scourge a little bit late, just now going over to the natural expansion. He's got to get those in there and take out those Science Vessels if he even wants to do anything with this type of build. I don't think he's taken down a single Science Vessel yet, and that's really hurting him with these Mutalisks here. But Zergling going into Scout just to see where those Science Vessels are, so maybe he can go in with the Scourge and take them down. Alright, didn't see the Science Vessels in that run, but it looks like BaBy is looking to establish another base. BaBy looking for a hidden expo. He's scanning all over the place trying to find that third expo, but I don't think he's seen it yet at the top of the map. Queen's Nest for Hyvaa. Looks like since he's just now establishing his third base, he wants to get to that hive tech as quickly as he can, get out the filers. And I think it's just going to be a little bit too late. Another Irradiate. Oh, man. Oh, poor Mutas. Fanning out, running into Medic Marines. Yeah, I think that BaBy is just playing with his food at this point. There's not much that Hyvaa is going to be able to do to get back in this game. He just wasn't able to establish his third base quickly enough. Oh, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Flying over all of the Medic Marines. I don't even think we're going to see tanks in this game. I think BaBy's just going to push it right now with what he has. As long as he fends off the Scourge, I think he'll be okay. He'll be able to dematrix those Marines, which I've seen Gogo do against Zero. Instead of using tanks to break a sunken line that big, he just dematrixed the front Marines, made them take all of the sunken fire, and then broke through, which is ridiculous, but it works. And alright, BaBy does have 2 engineering bays going, so he's getting plenty of upgrades. And he does have those 2 starports, getting plenty of Science Vessels out, so yeah, I don't even think he's going to worry about tanks in this game. He's just going straight for the Medic Marine and Science Vessel combo at the front. So it is pretty smart of Hyvaa to continuously put down sunken colonies like this, because he did not see a tank. So he wants to protect his front. He is going to be able to protect the front, at least right now. Irradiate of the Scourge. I think I've only seen that done one other time. It actually works. The Scourge will eventually both pop, or if there's a big clump of them, they'll all pop, because Scourge are very weak. But here come 2 more dropships, most likely going to be D-Matrix because of all the Scourge around. The BaBy still trying to break through. Couple science vessels go down. That was actually a pretty good play from Hyvaa. Could be a bit too late, though. He just now got up at third base, and this could be devastating. The Scourge in position to take down one of these dropships, but both of them get through and drop the payload. Yikes. So this isn't going to go well for Hyvaa inside of this base. He does have his lurkers in here to kill something, but yeah, BaBy's just going to ferry everything inside of the main and take down all the important buildings. Every single one, BaBy. Oh man, taking out the Spire, so no more Scourge to take out those drop ships, and oh wow. So the spawning pool going down, everything is going to go down inside the main, and that's going to be it for Hyvaa. He's not going to be able to do anything now, especially with the Defiler Mound going down like this. That was his last hope. Defiler Mound is going to go down. Yikes. BaBy is everywhere. GG. BaBy is everywhere. Going to eat your firstborn. It's alright. So that was another Nuke selection, and when BaBy sends me another package of videos, or if I find one on the Team Liquid VOD tracker, I'll do another one as we wait for the round of 16 to heat up. I guess I should say that I'm not going to cast the entire round of 36. That's what I meant, not round of 16. I'm not going to cast the entire thing this time because I have different plans. But once the round of 16 starts for the next OSL, I will be all over it. Not to say I'm not going to cast some OSL games in the meantime, but I'd like to do some Pro League too, as well as some non-StarCraft things. Well, this has been Nuke. See you guys soon for another video.